Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox and thanks for logging on. The main line to the mainframe, the new dedicated email address for this channel is tmosso, tmosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase inquiries regarding this or any watch you see on the channel. As always, the early bird gets the worm, and they're not always available, but if I don't have it, I can get it. tmosso at thewatchbox.com, and you can park this 2019 2,000-piece limited edition Oris Aquis Clean Ocean on your wrist. Now, this is the much-loved 39.5mm stainless steel Oris Aquis with date. The 39.5 is a perfect size for an aggressive modern diver for an average-sized wrist. A lot of folks who like Rolex sizes also are going to like this 39.5 as it wears like a modern submariner. Now, the timepiece, stainless steel with an integrated bracelet, is handsome and wearable. Dedicated to ocean cleanup, the timepiece helps to depopulate plastic detritus from the ocean, and to that effect, the watch actually reclaims some plastic. More on that in a moment. But its striking features are the gradient turquoise dial and matching turquoise ceramic bezel. The watch, being 39.5, measures a very reasonable 46.1 millimeters lug-to-lug, and in terms of thickness, again, quite reasonable for an aggressive diver, 14.2 millimeters. And it's an easy watch to wear on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. I'd recommend it for wrists as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. You can see this one is very fresh. I'm willing to bet the original owner of this watch had like no fun with it. Fortunately, his loss is your gain, as you're getting a watch that's exactly like showroom. Now, you can see what I mean about integrated bracelet. This is a proprietary lug junction. While it's very coherent and all of a piece, you will be using an Oris bracelet or strap. However, you'll note that screws and bars are used to fix the bracelet, which is an upscale fitment that you'll find on Royal Oak offshores, and frankly, you should see that on every four-figure watch, especially a heavy sports watch like this. More security than a spring bar. Now, you can see that the standard bracelet features a deployant clasp with twin trigger release, and I want to emphasize that the twin trigger release system here is combined with a full pull-out dive extension, so no compromise. Despite the fact that this is an entry-level diver, you even have 3 different stationing positions inside of the clasp, so you can fine-tune the fit without necessarily adding or removing a sizable link. You'll see that there are full-size links as well as half-size links, and they are a pin sleeve system, so what you'll want to do is you'll want to size this one with a punch and a block rather than a screwdriver. Now, the system is secure, and again, the dive extension and the multiple stations for the bracelet impressed me, but you'll note that because you can pull the bracelet straight down, the true distance across the wrist really is the lug-to-lug of about 46 millimeters, so fit is superb. Oris uses anything but a generic dive watch case profile. There's no integration of case and lug profile as you'll find on most Breitling, Omega, and Rolex divers. The case band, which actually features a little bit of negative camber and has a longitudinal satin finish, it has sharply broken lugs that step out from the case band to add definition and masculine strength and force to this design. You'll also note that the modular crown guards are held in by screws and can be removed if they're ever gouged and replaced during service. The Oris crown is actually media blasted outside and then polished on the remainder of its surface. There's also polish used for the bezel itself, though the bezel insert is a scratch-resistant ceramic that I happen to love because you can count the number of turquoise ceramic bezels in the industry on one hand. Now, there's a lovely gradient dial. As you can see, it becomes almost electric blue like the old Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meters of the early 2000s, and it has a metallic sunburst grain that radiates out from the center. Again, despite the friendly pricing of the watch, you're looking at applique indices rather than a printed dial. 300 meter water resistant screw down crown. You have a Sellita SW200, but you can't see it on this watch because there is a reclaimed composite of basically ocean detritus or floating plastic. They're saying by the year 2050 there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish, and well, this is only a small helping hand, but it is a good cause and we're moving in the right direction. So this individually numbered 2,000-piece limited edition has that piece of composite reclaimed ocean plastic. About the movement, it is basically an ETA 2824 architecture built by Sellita as the SW200. 26 joules, 8 beats per second or 28,800 vibrations per hour, stop seconds or hacking, a quick set date, bidirectional winding so there's no unweighted wobble or rotor rattle, and then has a 38-hour power reserve. It is a tank-tough tractor movement inside this 300-meter water-resistant limited edition Oris Clean Ocean watch. So help a good cause. Notably, your own, but also, of course, the fate of our seas. Pick this watch up on thewatchbox.com, and for purchase, email tmosso at thewatchbox.com, the main line to the mainframe. And we're back with the Oris Aquis Clean Ocean by Night. Note the loomed seconds hand and the loomed pearl on the bezel. Every diver should have a loomed seconds hand.